Hello everyone, it's Friday again, and I'm back to bother you one more time. Um, this week's thing is childhood, and there's not much about my childhood I'm comfortable with telling, but I was born April 9th in Unitah County, Utah. I think that's somewhere in like Vernal, Utah. And I was raised here in North Carolina by my grandma. And I believe my father has full custody. And I haven't seen my mom since I was like 8 years old. My childhood is it wasn't great, but it was there's a lot worse out there, and I know that. I was lucky enough to have a few good friends and a loving grandmother who I call Mama, and a pair of brothers that would do anything for me and I for them, and a pair of sisters who I love to death. And well, actually I have three brothers. Christopher, Benjamin, and Brandon. Chris lives with my biological mom in Utah, and I haven't seen him in years. I haven't talked to him in a couple of months. I haven't talked to my mom since the last time I saw her, though. I don't think. Um, and I'm not telling you this as a sob story because I don't want your pity, and I don't want no oh I'm sorries or anything like that because I've coped with it. I'm still coping with it, but I've managed to make it manageable. My childhood does hurt, and whenever I think about it, it almost wants to make me cry. Because no kid should have to go through that. My father was a drunk and a drug addict for most of my life. And I can remember wondering at night if my dad was going to come home, or if a couple of days later, Mom and I would get a call saying that he wasn't coming back home again ever. And I can remember him just being completely wasted, like almost all the time. It was emotionally and mentally abusive mostly. I mean, it didn't get physical. I don't like not. It was horseplay if we ever got physical. It wasn't like beat me to the ground kind of thing. Um, I was molested as a child, and on on 3 separate occasions actually. one of them was long term. And when I was 8, I was sent to Yahweh Wellness Center thing in Wilmington, North Carolina, I believe, and it's a great place. I actually rather enjoyed it there. I was there for 6 months, and then I got out. I was diagnosed with bipolar and ADD and ADHD at a very young age, and I have suffered because of it, I think. People look at me differently when they find out anything of my childhood, and I can't stand that. And I just want to let all of you know that, no matter what your circumstances are, you can come out on top. And it'll take a lot of work, and a lot of blood, and a lot of sweat, and a lot of tears. But if you fight hard enough, and long enough, you will win. Most of the time, your greatest demons aren't the ones in your past, but the one you look at when you look in the mirror. When you can look yourself in the eyes in the mirror and tell yourself who you are, then you've won. When you can define yourself not by what's happened to you, but what you can make of what happened to you, is when you finally made it. When you can say, yeah, I've been there, and yeah, that happened to me, but that's not me. That might have had a hand in making me who I am, but that does not define me. That's when you've won. When you can look at your demons and you can look at yourself and know without a doubt you've made it. That's the most gratifying, satisfying feeling you can ever have in your entire life. Because then you can look at the world and say, F you. F you. I'm still standing. Bring it on. Because if I've made it through all that, I can make it through anything. That's what I hope. That's what I finally found. And I didn't do it by myself. I did it with a great deal of help. And it still bothers me, and it will always bother me, but the thing that bothers me isn't the thing that you think it would be. The thing that haunts me is not being molested. It's my mother walking out on me, looking me right in the eye and saying, And I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember her exact words, but it was basically looking me in the eye and saying, I want nothing to do with you. I was 8 years old, and I haven't seen her since. What haunts me is my father, and the way he treated not me but my family, my brothers, and the way I couldn't stand up to him. I mean, my dad's a big man, and I know that if I physically tried to stand up to him, I would have failed miserably, but it haunts one when you think, I could have told my brothers I love them 1 or 3 more times, and it could have made a world of a difference. That's what haunts me. I just want to let all of you know that if you need or want anyone to talk to, you can find me on Facebook as Caitlin Mayo, or on YouTube as Rabid Wolverine for Life, and you can talk to me. And if I haven't been through it, I won't say I understand, and I won't say I know, because I know nobody can completely understand unless they've been through it, unless they've stared that demon in the eyes, and I haven't stared them all in the eyes. But I will lend you an ear to talk to, and hopefully a piece of advice that'll help. Until next Friday. Love you all.